tapestry grand, unraveling mysteries hand in hand, sailing the waves beyond the stars they soar, forever seeking more and more. Explorers at heart with whimsy and glee, the Wanderpus crew set their spirits free, in pursuit of good with chaos untamed, to find a new place to make their names. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky. Luminaries' minds, curious and bright, they explore the unknown and seek the light. With every text and book unfurled, more is understood of this new world. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky. Seeing God steadfast against the tide, protecting the land they stand with pride, rising up from the city walls, keeping the rest safe through it all. Mysticians with their gift for spell, in the threads of magic they weave and dwell, observing the universe's hidden seams, propelling the crew to their hopes and dreams. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky.
Right. Hello, everybody. This is Buildings Team Episode 3, but really it's actually one of the Hell episodes, 2 of 2. We are going back to revisit the game Heart the City Beneath to finish up the game we started last October, where we saw Howl, Forge, Pim, and Ento visit the fortune teller Nyx, and they began to tell them about a possible timeline that was so close. That's like if they had just messed up a little bit more, this is the world they would have lived in. And like they've got, and this is Nyx basically, be careful kind of deal. So in this new world, the silver thimble has vanished. At the exact time that Seth, Katori, Iskra, and who else was there? Seth, Katori, Iskra, and Forge. Sorry, Forge, you're right here. How ridiculous. Exited the Hymnal Museum, the silver thimble blinked out of existence. But, like, it left a hole, both physically and magically. And has just, like, torn this world asunder. And 10 years later, we are seeing what some of the characters that remained lives are like. Pim has become, and not that she wasn't an adventurer, but like now she's like dead set on becoming a pirate queen at basically all costs. But like we've seen her violent side, and she can fuse together with Justin now. And we've seen Forge, and he has given up on the gods, and not just given up on them, but actively blames them for like the goings on, and he has become far more like jaded and cruel. And Howl and Ento, the two most like physically changed. Howl died. Like Howl was dead. He was like thrown off the island as a corpse. and they found his body. They found his body and had a funeral for him. A couple days later, he dug himself out of his grave, being puppeted by his own death. And then Ento, just finally getting to be the good doctor, just like striving to cure everyone, has gone a little bit batty, little bit nuts, with an insatiable hunger, and he last episode ate the Salamander King's heart. So like, that's where we are. That's the world we're in. And last time we played, you guys were going on what I thought was just going to be a short mission to investigate Dyad and like reclaim that heart and bring it back for a patron that you had. Instead, it was a long deep dive, at which point you killed old friend of the crew Willoughby, now turned Willoughbeast, and turned him into, I believe, let me check my notes here. You turned him into Jerky, is this correct? I'm sorry,
Yes, we did.
Just making sure that we drank his blood completely and turned him into Jerky.
Yes,
The
correct.
twins did that, but I did not do anything to stop them.
I'm just checking my notes. Oh, it does say here that we found the last remaining remnant of Clem that anybody has seen in many years, and let me check notes here. Let me just real quick. Page flip noises. Oh, it says here Pim ate that too.
Yeah,
maybe a little.
Along with, and I may have lost my mind and made meat effigies out of the organs of the Salamander King.
That's right. And in this party, the other three thought that was weird. Oh, and there was something about Howl. Howl was asked to do something by his own death. It'll come to me. Something about killing something, or... Oh, yeah, you gotta kill Howl before this game ends. Howl has to kill Forge before this game ends.
Yeah, no. We can keep that line of kill Howl. I mean, that's good too.
Oh yeah, I mean, eventually. The way that this game is going, I absolutely believe that could happen. And do you think I missed anything? Oh wait, then we got back to town. Sorry. Then we returned to the major trade outpost on this world now is Dyad, as the spirits, for the most part, have been able to like be chill around here because of what Delve. The Delvin worked in conjunction with spirits. They know how to pay respects to spirits. The Oni folk here take care of them, and like it goes back and forth that direction. Like sometimes the spirits are gonna ask for stuff, and the Delvin are gonna have to do it if they want to keep the protection. But this city is relatively safe. Some inscrutable sorts wandering around, like a guy that walked around the city, like taking advantage of women with knives. Except for he got eaten. That motherfucker got eaten by Pim. But that's the tone of this city. Then you guys return back. You obviously cannot collect a reward for a heart that you did not deliver because it is currently inside Ento.
It is being digested.
But you did run into a familiar face. That familiar face was Peanut, and he has a job for you. He believes that in the ruins of Dendroid, like south of the ruins of Hammerpaw, he believes there is an engine capable of powering a machine that he has been working on with a man named Dr. Myers. Ento, you know Dr. Myers. Dr. Myers has gone wholesale crazy.
He wasn't before?
Oh my god, that was the sane version of him. He has been just sewing living people together.
Oh, so he was only discount crazy before.
Yeah,
now
he was just sewing dead people together, and he's just sewing everything together now. But him and Peanut believe they have forged a machine that can be powered by... And he kind of like hand waves in a way that he's going to try to use like the spirit, blood of the spirits to power this thing that supposedly is gonna pull the silver thimble back into this world. That is what he says is gonna happen. And that was our last episode. But real quick, Bonnie does not want a return to that world. Bonnie wants to make you a pirate queen and wants you to make him your first mate. That's what Bonnie wants. Bonnie wants no part of this. Of the, bringing the silver thimble back. What Bonnie wants is that engine because he believes he can power a candle that will make you the pirate queen.
Okay.
Okay, now let's get this game started. I'll introduce the players and we'll start playing. Alright, so we've got Pim, obviously played by Keri.
Howdy ho, everybody.
We got Ento, of course he's played by Corey.
How diddly ho there.
These voices are killing me. We have Forge, played by Darkborne.
In my defense, I was left unsupervised 10 years ago.
Yeah, you're right, it was our fault. And we've got Howl, played by Zerolancer. Or Lancer. Or, yeah, there we go.
Hi, everybody.
Alright, everybody. So we are here, but like this is an old map. Nobody has decided to redraw the maps in the current style. I think it'd mostly be just very depressing. But you all have a mission to make it to the Neverglades. Have you guys returned to the Neverglades often in these last 10 years?
I would have because of familial ties.
Well, let me move us back here just so we can... And, like, how bad is it there, Forge? Like, what's the state of the area? Just pick a spot and tell me what it's like.
Oh, this entire junk area is just nothing but lakes of fire. The giant robot is more like a Cerberus now because it's an amalgamation. The falls are they look like sludge at the bottom of what was left of what were the Lippies. It's just like a sludge of their poison. Just churning.
That is a very toxic for Wolpertingers waterfall. Just saying.
That actually makes it very...
It's right here.
It makes the question I'm about to ask really interesting. So if you guys know that the engine is here, like that is where Peanut says it is, and Bonnie also backs it up, that is where he gets reports of it too. How are you guys going to get down there? Like, this is a giant waterfall that we now know is poisoned.
Yeah, the bottom of the waterfall, like right here in this area here where it's churning, is just corpses of the giant Lippies, just, you know what I mean? That gurgling, churning corpse. Ugh.
You guys want to see some Wolpertingers go absolutely apeshit? We could just jump in the water.
I think I had enough of that last on our last party venture. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Then you have a secondary choice. This timeline, this is after Leo fixed the elevator. So I think the elevator still, it works, but like this is 10 years later in like a wrecked world. So there are people who will like take you up and down the elevator, but it's expensive.
I could. Well, I mean, what do we have? Do we have any way of getting a pass to get there?
And like you guys are in the town. I'm sorry, I just wanted to like make sure we all know exactly where we're starting and what you guys' goals are going to be.
Oh
But
yes.
you are in the town. You could be like have your doctor's office and stuff. You guys can be preparing for this adventure is like just venture. I think is a better word.
Yes.
But yeah, like you guys can let me know if you're doing something. There's still a shop. There's a church. You could talk to Bonnie. Peanut is in the bar. Like if you guys want to do some like information gathering, perfectly fine too.
I didn't. The last time I had surgical by the very prowess of Dr. Ento. He fixed my face after his sisters clawed it. And expertly cured his sister as well. So I went to the shop, found Blue's bracelet, including all the other stuff, the things that were left behind. That was Howl and I that were in the shop, and then I did medical. So I think since I didn't get enough time with Peanut, I think my next stop would be with Peanut, because I think I still hold a grudge for Bonnie shooting in that room, causing that bomb to go off. So I think I have a little bit of a grudge against Bonnie.
Let me tell you how happy Bonnie is with this world right now. Bonnie fucking loves this world.
Yeah, no, but Forge hates it so much.
Bonnie has become my self-insert character.
Tim is thriving here, so she's gonna go chit chat with Bonnie.
Right? Okay, alright. So you going with... What about you, Ento and Howl? What are you guys up to?
As much as Ento hates this world, he is also thriving. So he's gonna go with Pim.
Alright, so you two are going to church.
Take me to church!
You beat me to it.
I had to. It was like building. I don't know.
And what's Howl doing? Like, so right now, it does appear that Howl, you see Forge just like wandering off alone towards the bar.
Yeah, I think Howl is not a fan of this world, for sure, but he's so far past the point of freaking out. I honestly think he's just sitting in an alleyway, like across from his death, just planning Forge's demise, because he knows that's his way out. So I think that's kind of where he's focused right now.
This is all so great. Can you, Howl, give me a kill Haven roll, if you remember how to do that.
Let's see. Hill, Haven. Am I adding anything to it or no?
Yeah, add 1 mastery, I would definitely say. Oh no, I put too many things up. I have no idea what the roll was.
There's
10.
10 and a
Okay.
3.
Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, Forge,
Yes.
what is the opening gonna be? Like, what does Howl spot as your weakness? That when you do this later in the game, Howl will have a clear, you are going to die if this happens.
Oh wow. We're there already. Okay. It would have to be Forge breaking down and just saying that he gives up in a moment of weakness. He will out say it out loud. He's been fighting the urge to say it this entire time. So if he gives up verbally in a mental breakdown, that would be it.
All right, yeah, Howl. How does you like speaking to your? What does your death just look like? Your shadow?
Yeah, I think if somebody saw my death, it is just a shadowy, kind of ethereal version of Howl.
Absolutely, and it's just like he's so close to giving up. Just like wait for it. It's like wait till all hope is lost, and then he is ours.
Yeah, it's gonna happen soon. He's having a day.
So, Forge, you make it into the bar, and Peanut's still there.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So you have information.
Got a lot of information. Well, not a lot. We could have more information, but what are you looking for? I could ask around.
I need to know who is still here. You see my cloak. It bears everyone, a piece of everyone, but
He says,
cannot.
we all
I cannot-
know. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I cannot end this without without my final burden.
He says the ones that confirmed dead, other than Howl. It's just weird. We saw. Well, who do I think is definitely dead? Who do we think is like absolutely dead in this world? Because a lot of them just disappeared.
Yeah. I would say well, obviously Howl is confirmed dead, but not dead. Dead ish. Let's see here. I would say probably I would say Tarkus.
Oh no! He's just no. I mean, he's probably dead now. Like, you know what happened to Tarkus, right?
I mean, his body is walking around, just like I keep forgetting her name.
Tarkus and May.
May. Yes, I've seen
Right,
that.
May. Keri, right? God
Mai.
damn it! I asked her right
Mai.
before this game started.
Mai. Yeah,
Right
both
before this
Tarkus-
game started, I asked her how to pronounce that character's name.
Yeah, both Tarkus and Mai's bodies are wreaking havoc. If I remember the tales.
I mean, I haven't tried to talk to it, but we're not unsure if that is Tarkus. It's something terrifying. Then Juris is dead.
What about my cousin Flynn?
If they were at the academy, they would probably made it all the way. Like most people in their dorms stayed. Everybody that was on the island is presumed missing.
And is Cash still missing?
I haven't seen him. Like, you guys are the ones that he has seen. Like, in this world, people like got flung around. I don't know who is gonna get the cards to play. That's why I can't actually tell you who's here.
Yeah, it was more of like suspicion. more on the lines of there's rumor, kind of like nothing definite. Was more of what he's looking for. Some story or some rumor that they might be. No confirmations, but what?
I'm sure he's heard some rumors. I don't want to say things out loud because I don't want to influence what other people's characters will be.
No, of course. Yeah.
But he hasn't heard of any like holdouts in the Neverglades, or and people have been moving away from this, moving away from seasonal.
Has there been any? Is it true that 9 are gone?
Peanut's just like, there are many more spirits out there now. Spirits that dwarf the 9, that have consumed the 9. The 9 have become something wholly new and monstrous in that scrapyard. Be careful when you guys go there. Just like the less time you spend in the scrapyard, the better. But I know how dangerous that waterfall is for Pim and Ento.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to ask you, I know that the elevator is in a working order, but there is a toll. Are there any passes or anything that we can get to go through?
You just pay them. We don't know who's going to have hold of that scrapyard. Is it going to be the scavengers? Is it going to be the dancers? Hell, sometimes the remnants of Cullet make it over there and they take over for a while. I don't know who they are or how much they're going to charge until you get there.
And do we know what kind of currency they take?
It's just like, just whatever you have. There is no solid coin anymore.
So, okay. Thank you, Peanut. As much as I miss Hammered Paw, I grieve for my home, and to walk into that graveyard now of what is left. She tried to warn me to open my eyes. I was too stuck in my ways.
Peanuts just like wipes the bar down in front of him and he's like, yeah, you did wrong. You did incredibly wrong. Is this all at least a little bit your fault? Absolutely. Do people out there blame you for this? Of course they do. Will they throw things at you until you die, the day you die? Probably.
That won't be for too long. I will pay the price.
He's just like, but that said, I forgot where I was going with it. Peanut's just the absolute best fucking like motivational speaker.
Ford's just still like, no, I must find my final burden to wear, and that shall be the day I die.
Peanut's like, that sounds like noble. Could you bring back that engine, though? I really need it. Before your noble sacrifice, your penance. Just do me this solid.
Well, let's just hope that Ento decides not to eat that.
That would be a problem. Can he eat that? And then like I think it like the screen fades to the church and Ento and Pam are like in front and with Bonnie. He's not actually like priest like cult leader vibes, but like not like prophesizing. Ento has a bag of just like bolts and shit because he can eat anything as a cleaver.
It's like a bag of peanuts from like the circus, but it's nuts and bolts.
Yeah, exactly.
Dusted with like flavorings and a shit ton of hot sauce.
She's like, that's just so weird. And Bonnie's just like this is fascinating. It's just like, so where are you going to the engine? And like he looks from Pim to Ento to Pim to Ento.
Yes.
It's like, excellent, excellent. I have heard a rumor myself though that the two shells have begun to make their way there as well. It's like I would recommend speed. It's just-
Okay.
And it's like, do you have a path? Like, which direction do you plan to go? Is what, and you guys can all make this decision right now. Like, do you guys like the faster path is the waterfall. The safer path is the elevator, but that costs some stuff as well.
Well, Bonnie, I don't know if you remember this or not, but Wolpertingers happen to be very allergic to Lippy, and that entire waterfall is Lippy at this point. Do you have any suggestions?
He nods. He's like, I believe I do. And go ahead and can you roll me? It is one of the stats. Could you roll a Fallout test for luck? No, add supplies. Can you add 2 supply stress to yourself?
2 supply stress, okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I did 1 too. So there we go. I did it on accident. And Ento, I need you to do it too. Like, you guys are taking 2 supply stress because what you are getting are old scuba suits that the crew used to have. Like they found some around and managed to salvage them. So they're not perfect sizes, you know what I mean? Like, this glove is a little bit too big, but they found them in pieces. But so these are these Art Deco, very like BioShock looking scuba suits that we haven't seen this season.
And then just roll Fallout test, or?
Yep, you guys both have to roll Fallout tests and just try not to get under 2. See?
Okay.
Perfectly safe. So yeah, you guys have now a safe way. Add to your inventory, your resource. You have a scuba suit. It's gonna be Haven D12, and like you guys could just, whenever you think that you need the scuba suit thing, you can just use it, and that's very strong. You could also sell it. Like, it's worth D12. So if you guys don't want to take the waterfall, even with these suits, you guys could probably trade these to people for a lot.
Okay. Thank you, Bonnie.
It's like, Bonnie says, like, just like, aye, Captain.
Ugh, that feels good.
Alright, so yeah, do we all just meet back up at the bar?
Yeah, I guess we should go get the rest of the group.
Well, I was going to. I was thinking about meeting up with them at Bonnie's,
Okay.
because that was the one place I didn't get to go. Because Bonnie was the only other person that I know that still exists that was there.
How does Bonnie feel about Forge?
Like Forge was duped, but he doesn't blame. Realizes that like Bonnie understands that nobody in that game or in that event had all of the information, and they didn't like know that this was gonna happen. Like they all went. Bonnie understands what happened, I think. Like Bonnie didn't aim for this to happen either. Bonnie is just taking advantage of this happening.
Okay. Very good.
Bonnie,
Hello.
as one of the ones that was still there, I need to ask you for a piece of burden.
What?
I need a cloth that belongs to you to add to those on my coat.
That's actually hilarious because Bonnie would not do that. Bonnie is wrapped super tightly in this like robe himself that is made of pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything he has, like every piece of clothing he's wearing is a pocket. And Bonnie is just like, yeah, I cannot.
Then do you have anything that I can carry that would represent you?
I mean, I think he can be like, and like he unwraps like the wrap of his like staff and hands you that. It's like, you can have that. And it's just like a bloody bandage.
And that's good enough. And he'll does sorry, Forge just decoratively weaves it into his coat. Thank you for the burden. I shall carry this on to the next.
I think Bonnie like nods, and even though like Bonnie looks super dark in this world, he has not changed a ton. And it's just like, that sounds ominous. That was ominous. And like he's just like goes back to, you can see behind him is just like a ton of candle wax. Like there's just been melted and then like reshaped and then like melted into a new shape, and he's just making this huge candle out of like as many candles as he can find around the world. It's like almost like a horse trough worth of candle wax that for like half of it.
What's
Bonnie's
that for,
got-
Bonnie?
And he's just like, oh, I think you know.
I think I know, Bonnie.
I think we know.
I think I know, Bonnie.
He just like puts his like thumb on it. He puts his finger on his nose and points, and he's just like, ah.
Do I sus this interaction?
I think this interaction is ridiculously suspect, especially since like how dark this game has been thus far.
Yeah.
Bonnie just wants to be a little guy.
Pim, what's that all about?
It's just a customary, is old time's sake.
You know what? I've learned around Bonnie, everything is suspect, but I guess if it's you saying that it's nothing.
Yeah, we're
It
old
is
friends.
nothing.
It's just a callback.
Call back to what?
Our old adventuring days together.
You mean your pirating days?
I mean, are my pirating days over, Forge?
Come on, let's go.
Okay.
All right, so this is going to be what is called a delve in Heart, the City Beneath. So we are just like getting from point A to point B, and instead of like doing the walking that distance, we just make a roll for it. So who is going to lead the delve?
I would like to volunteer the two in the special suits.
Leroy Jenkins?
Yeah, both of them, yes. The Leroy Jenkins twins.
Alley-oop.
Are you literally jumping off a waterfall?
I mean, what options do we have?
The world is your oyster, but if you just want to jump off a waterfall, I'm here for it.
Not jumping off a waterfall. I was just asking which direction are we going.
Definitely, now that I got these suits, time is of the essence. We gotta make sure we avoid the shells.
And what about the rest of us?
I'm already dead, so I'll jump.
Okay, that's great for you, but I'm not ready to die just yet. I have some business before that comes to pass.
We got any boats around here? We can at least try to take the boat over the waterfall.
Oh, why don't you give
We
me...
could stuff him in a barrel.
Why don't you give me a hunt technology Forge?
Oh, hunt technology. Hunt.
Oh, you don't have either of those, do you?
Technology. I only have technology for scrapyard.
Oh, yeah, we'll click that one for that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. The hunt technology standard?
Yeah, standard.
Okay. 7.
Okay. Success at a cost, right?
Yeah. I take stress.
Yep, you take stress. Okay, so you are gonna take you're gonna take 4 supply stress, but you have 2 protection for supplies. So take your supplies just up to 2. And you have found and are able to put together a vehicle out of like scrap boats then such that you have found in the area. What does it look like? What is it? What have you put together?
Well, I'm calling it the Cat's Meow, and just kind of in honor of my cousin Flynn, and just basically, it looks like a mini HTML Wanderpus, but without the submarine top. It's just the bottom portion of it looks like the submarine. And then the top, it's literally like a small, it's like a small yacht size boat that has lots of neon tech. Very cat themed.
All right. Yeah, so you guys can like climb on that. As like your, and I guess this delve roll, whoever's gonna make this roll is like, this is gonna decide like how much this thing survives.
Yeah. For cousin
I'm
Flynn.
putting that scuba suit on.
Oh, absolutely. I was expecting you two to have the scuba suits on.
Yeah.
So I guess who's driving?
Well, since I was the one that made it, I am suggesting I drive. I am also the one that's forklift certified in this group, I believe.
I am preloaded with forklift certification. I made anything that you can drive, sir.
Oh, right, correct. Yes, you are the tinker in the fish tinker, correct.
I am literally the pilot.
You know
But
what?
by all means,
All yours.
it's yours. You drive.
No, it's fine. No. Yours.
No, you made it.
I mean,
you made it.
you're the
You
pirate
drive.
queen. You bolt this, Captain.
All right, fine. I'll do it. All right. So what am I rolling?
All right, so it is going to be is a delve desolate.
I don't
Oh,
have any
sorry,
of those.
delve technology. We'll take technology because it's ships and stuff. So for sure, take that.
All right. Delve tech with standard.
Risky standard, yeah.
Risky standard are two things.
Oh yeah, isn't that? Wait, well,
The standard, risky,
sorry, yeah.
and dangerous.
Sorry, risky. Yeah, it's risky, not standard. Yep.
Okay.
That was another game I was thinking about.
So I do have mastery, right? Because I have tech.
Yep, you do.
Alley-oop! Did it work? Did I roll? I rolled.
Oh,
Yep, you did it. You got it. You did just fine. 2 10s and a 5. So you fucking nail it. Yeah, here, let me just get you guys on the right map then. On your way down this fucking, like, waterfall, like, you guys are seeing the, You guys remember what a white cap is?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Imagine if, like, that was how the crab started to happen. Like, imagine just lippies that drained of their magic, their carcasses, like their shells have just started getting back up, like wandering the world.
Yeah.
Oh, would you look at that?
But like you guys are like flying past them. Like you're gonna land in this water perfectly safe. I just want to know what it looked like on the way down.
Oh. On the
Kim's
way
like
down.
driving, but at the same time she's like doing everything she can to avoid even the smallest drip of water. just
Ford
in
is helping
case there's
navigate.
something wrong with the suit.
Ford is like yelling
It's
left and right where things are popping out.
It's like, I promise you don't want to see me on Lippy. Like,
Look, I've
Um,
already seen you combined, and that's dangerous enough.
yeah, I'm gonna assume it's like, it's like we're flying down and there's just like claws coming out, like snapping out of the waterfall.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. There's just creatures coming from behind and under the water, behind the waterfall, and then like you see a bunch of them on the ground. Like I'm really curious how you managed to land and not destroy the ship, or even if you do destroy the ship, how did you not get like hurt?
Well, we did make sure that we put some of the flying fish wings on this since it's modeled after the Wanderpus. So right at the last second, I just like flopped out the flying fish wings, and it just created this like little bit of a like vacuum, and just kind of pushed us up off the water and slowly let us down, ever so gently. Thank you. You may return your seat tables to their rightful position.
I didn't know we were using
the
that one.
claw! The claw! To the left!
Like, I just figured the sub. I didn't think we were doing that, like the raccoon hands and the little like lobster feet we've got on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mini
mean,
sub.
Ford did look at the schematic and recreated it, so...
Absolutely, like yeah. So like we are, and this thing is like helicopter loud. Just in case you guys forgot just how loud
absolutely.
this thing is.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I guess without any fighting or anything, you guys have made your way into the scrapyard again.
Pim's gonna kind of stretch out, look around, and just breathe a big sigh. God, I loved it here. Oh my god. This place was great.
This place was wonderful in the 10 years ago. And you just basically just see her tears coming from Forge's eyes, and he just kind of rubs them, only for his face to be smudged with like inky blackness.
Are any of my old grumpy squirrel buddies still around?
You tell me. Have you? Yeah, you know what? Which one's
Yes.
still around? Like,
I want the grumpy one that like showed us around, who was absolutely awesome. That the one that I ended up making the deal with to try to help us build through there for the train.
Yeah, before we landed, Forge covers himself with a cloak enough to cover his face so that they won't be attacked for him just being there.
That's gonna be a sneak.
I'm okay with that. Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be a sneak Warren.
Sneak Warren. Okay, sneak Warren. And what's the difficulty?
Standard.
Standard. Okay. There we go.
Okay, it's successful. You do take stress. I think it's echo stress. I think you can feel something coming, like now that you're in the scrapyard again, like your feet being in the oil, like you keep getting flashes, like when you stepped in a puddle, like you just saw it as a puddle of blood, and you are getting flashes of Hammerpaw's destruction, because at this point, the scrapyard has consumed all of Hammerpaw, and there are parts, maybe you even see a part of the fountain here being repurposed as like a shield for the wall. So take 2 echo and give me a fallout. You're perfectly fine. You dealt with it like a champ. Like, how did that not get to you?
As the memory started flashing in and out, I claw into my thigh and to snap myself out of it.
Absolutely, yeah. And so, like, the squirrels come out, and then just like they've a couple of them got like they all have just like scrapyard weapons. They have maybe a gun in the whole town that works. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this guy over here has like a stick of dynamite and a flint ready to go, and he's just like, "Is that you, Pim?"
It's me, buddy. How are you?
I mean, what's the password?
Dendroid has the best robots.
Yeah, we do. Let her in. And like the fucking sheet metal in front of you starts like scraping up, and I think that's when we see like the piece of the fountain being used to patch this door.
The emblem of Hammerpaw is like caught like a quarter into that sheet, and that's what hits me.
He's like, "Oh, you brought a crowd with you today." He's like, "Come on, get in, all of you."
Yeah, Pim's gonna walk right up to him and grasp his hand and just greet him like an old friend. I'm assuming that she's probably done lots of business with him in the past.
Oh, I'm sure. He's just like, what brings you to the scrapyard today? It's like, we're getting ready to go on lockdown. You heard the shells are on the move?
Yeah, that's what I heard. We're actually headed out their way, so hopefully we don't run into them.
Why would you ever go where the shells might be?
There's something that might be able to get the silver thimble back.
Well, what would it... A, that sounds insane. B, what would that even... Where did they go?
Don't know.
What do you mean back? Like, just like plop the island back down again?
I'm not sure. We're in this for Peanut. Tim's
Fucking
gonna kind of like Pim's gonna kind of like give him a look. Like, I would like to assume that Pim has been recruiting, basically trying to gain favor for, becoming a pirate queen. And
Oh, absolutely.
she's gonna kind of give him a look like, I have ulterior motives, and they will benefit you.
Okay, so yeah, I would say compel, and this is, Haven. This is compel Haven. Even though, sorry, the scrapyard is normally desolate. That is what the domain would be, but you were trying to basically roll criminal pirates is what you are rolling.
Yes.
And absolutely roll with mastery. Standard, yep. Okay, you do take stress though. I think this is 4 fortune stress, but you have 3 protection for fortune, so like you just take 1 fortune stress.
Okay.
And roll me a Fallout test. And you're perfectly fine. I think like for a second, what did they see? For a split second, did you like falter? Like, were you tired? Like, where did the veil of like Pirate Queen fall?
What do you mean?
Like, so what had to have happened right there was like no, I don't think it's bravado. I don't think Pim has bravado. I think it's like literal, you believe you are going to be Pirate Queen. So somebody for a second challenges you. Like, and somebody's like, just like, come on, we're gonna help her with the shell? Like the shell people? And then just like, do you glare at him?
Yeah, I would probably say. It's probably one of the bystanders. It's not our main guy. I would say he's probably pretty loyal. So
yeah, definitely.
The bystanders kind of falters for a second, and Pim's literally just gonna glare at him like, do you dare to question me?
You know what? Choices to Shell might run into Shell, or get murdered by you. I think I like how this is going. Okay, what can we do for you? What are you guys going? What do you need?
Do you have any intel on the shells? Do you know where they are?
This is last reports came across that they were passing through the wastes on a straight line here. Something got their attention out in the scrapyard. We got a signal out there as well. It's something strong out there. We were gonna stay clear.
Do you think if we absolutely need you, you might be able to perform some distractions? I don't want you to get into harm's way. I just need some noise.
We fixed up some of these cars not too long ago. And you basically just see monster trucks.
Just come out of the woodwork, just blah, 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 blah.
So here's one. Here's another one.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just it. But I don't want to be much of a distraction for So do you want them to distract the shells? Is that your goal?
If we need them to. I would say maybe if I shoot off a signal flare or something like that, they can chase them off. Those trucks have got to go pretty fast. You guys know what you're doing, right?
Of course we know what we're doing.
Okay. So, I don't need you to get close to them. I just need you to make a bunch of noise and get their attention if I send up the flares. If I don't need you, and I don't have to put you in harm's way, then I won't. but if.
So I got it. Are you guys, like, are you going directly? Are you going where they're going? Is that the goal? This is them asking, not me asking.
So, what is this thing? It's a battery?
An
engine. It's an engine.
An engine.
Okay. So, what we need to get to what we need to get to, and if they get in our way, then we may need a distraction.
Just like they salute. If you want to give them a better chance, Pim, I will let you take 5 fortune stress, which for you is only it's 5 supply stress is what I would need you to take, and that would be you like equipping them with guns real quick. Because you and Forge could do that. You guys could, like, basically make weapons. If you want, like, it would take a little bit of time, like, so the shells would get closer to their goal, but you would be making these guys stronger. But that's completely up to you, which way, like, because they might not even have to fight if you get there fast enough.
Forge would walk up behind Pim and just kind of put his left paw on her shoulder and just give a little squeeze, like, you know, like he is okay with arming them.
Yes, I would say that she would probably do that based on, like, the need for recruitment and loyalty. She would arm them.
Absolutely. So we're gonna load these guys up. Give me a kill technology roll, I think. It's instead of taking the supply stress.
Okay, kill.
You'll only take that if you fail.
Tech.
Yeah, definitely rolling with mastery. Yeah.
Fuck.
Oof. Okay, still taking stress. So take 4 supply stress, which will put you at. Yeah, and now roll me a Fallout test. That's a bad one. That's the worst you could have rolled.
I can get rid of 1/1.
You can, in fact, get rid of 1/1. You certainly can.
Get rid of that.
All right, re-roll that.
Oh, barf. You gotta be fucking.
That is so funny.
Oh, I fucking hate my life.
That's so hilarious. This is supply chest. So, oh my god, Pim, this is terrible. This is the worst. Supply stress is stress to, obviously, your equipment. And rolling a 1 on that, you have to take the maximum supply stress. Like, you have to take the worst one that they have. I am breaking your gun.
Ooh.
Okay, I've got Justin.
One of the squirrels, literally is just, like, picking, like, as you're, like, you have your back turned, installing something on one of them grabs your 9-barrel and, like, has attached it to one of the cars and, like, broken the stock off of it and, like, changed it. And it's like, and the next time you look over, it's just 9 barrels on the hood of a car, all aimed forward, all, like, flat, like a pancake style, instead of the way that they were.
So Pim's just gonna kind of look at it, and she's going to put her hand up to her nose and pinch the bridge of her nose, and you're just gonna see kind of a quick ripple through her entire body, where it just, like, slowly goes up from her toes and up all the way to her antlers, where it just shows a little bit of the transformation between her and Justin. It's just kind of, and she calms herself down, and then it travels back down her body, and she breathes. She just goes, okay, we'll fix it later.
Can
That was
I?
way calmer than expected.
I have a question. Is there a way for me to build something close to what she had with the scrap around?
There is no way for any of us to build nearly what that was.
Okay. Can I build her a gun?
She's got
Oh, I've got
stuff.
weapons. I've got
Okay,
weapons. Don't worry about me. I just
Okay.
don't have anything ranged. Yes, I do. I still have my hand cannon. Okay, moving on. Fuck.
Right. Ento and Howl, what are you two doing around town right now as Pim and Forge are getting these cars set up? Like, there are people like walking around the streets and such. There are like, are you guys like keeping an eye out? There's definitely like a tower that has like a spyglass out in the distance. Are you looking for different supplies? What are you guys doing?
I'd say Ento's hungry. And he's looking for food.
Yeah, look.
Pim's gonna immediately look at him and just be like, "Don't eat the locals. We need them."
I think Howl's tagging along with Ento. Number one, hoping he eats a local. And number two, probably looking for some kind of supplies too.
Absolutely. I think you guys find you guys walk into like Ento, you start smelling something almost familiar. Like it's wild. It's like a fried smell, like you're not 100% sure. And then you like see a sign that's just like an old neon sign, broken most of the time. Most of them, it just says "Cries at Market Square." It's weird because it's spelled Krie, and then the S. But like, there is a restaurant down here that looks like it just opened up fairly recently. And like,
So
go ahead.
Ento hasn't been in a restaurant in a long time.
That fucking lizard is alive and in there, so help me God.
I don't know if he is in there. It would be funny. It definitely somebody is running one of them. It could literally be Krieg. We could put Krieg in there.
Is Toast in the chat? Bro, are you in here?
Doesn't look like it. No, it does look like he might be here. But so you can you roll Howl? Can you roll me I want to say Delve Desolate for like trying to find supplies around town?
Am I adding anything to it or no?
I don't think so. Just like standard.
Delve Desolate.
Oh, yep, that's a 10. So like, yeah, you find multiple like useful things that you could that's just kind of laying around town, and it's like if you ask anybody, that just go ahead and take it. Like you find a small engine that like it can it is a like small engine desolate D8, and you find just this weird glass box. It's like it's perfectly like clear and it's like still not cloudy after all of this time, and like somebody's just like, go ahead and take it, I couldn't figure out how to use it. So yeah, glass box. This is religion, sorry, religion D8 as well.
Nice.
And Ento, you go in there, and it's just like, whoever's behind the counter is just like, welcome, is like, welcome to Krieg's at Market Square. It's just like, don't ignore the sign, we'll get it fixed one day. And it's just like, we have all the food you could possibly pay for. So do you have anything for trade? I mean, we could just fill you up.
Hold on, let me check let me check what I got on me.
Got a animal gut sutures, an amulet, a lollipop, and a scuba suit.
Can I break the lollipop down into 2d10s?
Yeah, go right ahead. It must be a huge fucking lollipop.
Oh, it's like one of those like comically large swirl lollipops that you see in cartoons that they shove inside the whole kid's head.
Oh, absolutely. Those things just... Those and jawbreakers from cartoons, just like, you don't actually get those. Like, the human body doesn't work that way. It makes me sad. So yeah, go ahead and break it down into... We'll break it down into 2 10-siders, and then go ahead and just click the click the rolling right next to one of the 10-siders. Yeah, okay, you rolled a 10. He is just gonna give you so much food. Like, that is like the second highest roll that you could have for this. So yeah, what does he give you as like supplies and like tons? I guess whoever runs this store loves sweets.
So yeah, like you said, it was like fried food, like...
It's like falafel.
Oh, it's falafel?
Yeah, it's... That's the only thing I know we serve at Krieg's at Market Square. I'm sure they serve more things, but that's canonically the only thing I ever remember them serving.
Okay, well then, what is the current falafel made from?
I don't usually ask those kind of questions. Like, chickpeas is what it's normally made of.
Yep.
It's like, it's just made of chicken peas. That's just eggs. It's just like, is it just like swamp algae falafel?
I was like, you know that the green bubbles that form on like ponds and stuff.
Oh yeah, we got some pond scum falafel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like whatever it is, like it's worth it to you. Like it will keep you guys going. Like he gives you enough to like you could probably feed a small town with this.
Okay.
That's a lot of food. I'm not even sure what we're gonna do with that massive... You are completely full. Take mastery on your next like 3 rolls, no matter what they are.
All right, cool. All right, and then I've got a bunch of falafel left over. What's the domain tags for this?
It's gotta be no, it's desolate, because we said this place is desolate. Desolate, yeah, D12. But that's just the amount. You can keep breaking that over and over again.
Right.
Ridiculous.
I really like the image of Ento coming out with just a shit ton of pond scum falafel stuffed in his pockets.
Like, he's conveniently portable as he's like popping them into his mouth.
So Ento's doctor coat, like he's still technically wearing it, but like it's so many pockets in it now, and they're all just stuffed with falafel.
This game has a significantly less dark edge than last time that we played it. All right. Yeah. So, all right, Pim. They're loaded. Pim and Forge. They are loaded to fucking bear. Like they're even better armed now than they were going to be because, well, you're worse armed. Like yeah, the Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask if there was any salvage that for parts or anything that are near me that I can pick up.
Yeah, what are you looking to do with them?
I was thinking about making a oh my god, my brain just froze. I was thinking about making a bear trap and a couple of ground spikes.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll me discern technology, and go ahead and take mastery with that.
Okay, discern technology. And mastery. Standard?
Yeah, standard's fine. Okay, that's a rough one. So, yeah, you can find some scrap. You find that bear trap, but like, as like you find, like you pry it open and like you set it to lock, it snaps closed and catches your arm. Can you take 2 blood stress for me?
Why not? Why not? I mean, even technology hates me for what I've done.
And go ahead and roll me that Fallout test. Just under 6, that's all we're looking for. Over 6 is all we were looking for. Yeah, all right, that was under 6. So, minor blood. Okay, you are, I want to say you pinched a nerve. It's gotten like an artery. Like you have to bandage this up, and you guys like so. It's like you nicked an artery with this, and like you're bleeding heavily. Like not super bad. Like you know that just putting pressure on it will keep it. But Ento, this is a time-consuming, stitching him up. Stitching him up is going to be super time-consuming.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a doctor, you would know that. Go ahead and clear your stress, Forge, and also Pim, clear your stress because.
The blood stress.
Oh, yeah.
Which stress am I?
You are clearing supply stress.
Okay.
All right. Right, I forgot that. Blood minor.
Yes, Forge, you have the Fallout bleeding.
Oh, bleeding. Okay. I'm going to say that because it was such a because it was such a big deal of a cut of a thing that I winced and let out a tiger roar, and my entire face is exposed.
The people like nearby are just these are Pim's like loyal right now, and they look over at you, and they look over at Pim, and they look back over at you, and like there's definitely a moment of just like them thinking about it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then they look at all their guns on their cars and stuff. They're like, no. And the lead one, like you see, Pim gives you a salute.
Oh, yeah, I'm basically just gonna be like, he's paying his dues.
It's like, no question. We don't question. It's just like, but keep your mask on around the rest of them. And that's what Ento, you are seeing this fucking like snap thing. Like it is on. You get a bear trap D8 technology, I think.
Oh, bear trap. I get a bear trap. Okay.
Yep.
Bear trap.
Yep. But like,
do I get any spikes or no? Just the bear trap.
just the bear trap.
Okay. D8 technology. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Howl, you just hear like in your ear soon.
I think Howl heard the roar and he like ran outside and is like kind of behind him, waiting, like first and foremost, like looking at them, like the squirrels, threatening them only because Forge is his.
That's like the two that aren't currently saluting Pim, the two that aren't saluting Pim are just like terrified, and you just see their eyes snap right back down to what they were working on. Just like one of them is definitely just pretending to tighten a bolt. It's like, yep, this'll do. This is gonna be great. But Ento, what are you gonna do? Like, Forge has a really bad gash on that arm.
So, sorry, I'm eating the falafel.
Haha.
The falafel is actually a great antiseptic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And so, I'm gonna break down some of that falafel. So it would be 4 d8s if I broke it down that far.
Yeah, you can break it down to 4d8s.
Yeah, we'll do 4 d8s of that. And I'm just gonna start packing it into the wound.
Okay, yeah, roll me a Mend Desolate.
Standard?
Risky, actually.
Okay. And then Mastery, is that plus anything or just Mastery?
Oh, Mastery +1, yeah.
+1, okay.
Oh, that's real rough for you right there, Forge.
Can I use my my gorge ability?
Sorry, which ability?
Oh, never mind. I don't have stress in blood anymore, so never mind. I don't have blood stress. It's the whole thing that if I can eat or destroy a resource of the Haven domain, but I don't have. That's not going to stop my bleeding. It's yeah. No, never mind.
Ento, can you take 4 mind stress for me, and then roll a Fallout test? Oh, you needed to be under 6, and you rolled a 5, which is not like the worst. If it was really low, I would have I want to give you the Fallout hungry. And what is happening is you are seeing all the blood, everything that's happening with this. You are seeing teeth that are not your own digging into Forge. And it's just you're able to pry this open, and you're able to pack in the falafel, but it just looks so tasty now. It looks so tasty, you have drool coming out. You're salivating at the idea of it. I was just a nibble. So you have the Fallout hungry, and that is one that's gonna keep going up. If you fail another mind Fallout, it's gonna be dangerous for you. You are gonna. Oh, well, not for you. It's gonna be dangerous for the people around you.
Thank you. I was about to say.
But yeah, that goes your. All right. All right, so we are heading off then. Like, oh, go
Do
ahead.
I stop bleeding or?
Oh yeah. Oh no, you were still It is not bleeding anymore, but it is still there. It is stitched.
Okay.
Any like action could break this open and put it back into bleeding, but you are no longer bleeding. You are not
Okay.
trailing blood or anything.
Okay, so I'm just putting in brackets stitch so that way I remember.
Yeah, that's easier than saying stuffed with falafel.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like a turkey.
Oh, great. I'm going to take that bandage that I wove into my coat from Bonnie, and now use that to wrap up my arm and then mask up again.
Love a dirty bandage. All right, so like we are on the way. Can you? Pim, I think that you know that you guys took a little bit too long with that right there.
Mm-hmm.
But are you guys gonna take a straight? Like, how are you guys gonna get to where the battery is? Like, you know where it is. It is through the scrapyard. There are definitely like safe ways of doing things, which would be slower, obviously, or there are fast ways of doing things. Are we going with?
We got to make up lost time.
Okay.
Make up lost time, yeah.
Right. So, how? Somebody roll me a delve and desolate.
Let's see.
This is going to be risky.
I can roll it. I have both of those tags.
Oh,
Do
go for
it.
Yeah.
Delve and Desolate
Yep, delve and desolate.
and Risky.
Indeed. So, oof. We got a 5 because being risky, we dropped the highest one. Okay. You were gonna. It's gonna be 4 echo, and roll me a Fallout test, and then I will tell you what happened with it. For Howl.
Oh no.
Oh no, you rolled. Yeah, that's gonna be bad. Right, so he was looking for over 5, and he rolled a 2. You feel something very similar to your death fly above you as you guys all look up and you see the 2 shells pass overhead. They are going to beat you there. How, like, you feel like part of yourself is being pulled in that direction. Like, you kind of have to basically, with your mind, I guess, or maybe even with your hands, you have to grab your own death and pull him back to yourself. Like, it is being dragged away like metal shavings to a lodestone.
I think I physically reach out and like grab my death's arm, and I'm like hanging on for dear life. Can they see my death at this point, or do I just look crazy?
I think you probably just look crazy to them.
Awesome.
This is just a Tuesday for Forge.
But you guys, they are passing above, and they feel,
Oh my.
they feel, Howl's presence, and they stop, like, as they levitate in the air. Like, they are searching the area.
Oh my god, they look crazy.
Oh wow. Oh no.
Do you have any idea how like fucked up mentally this is gonna be if I have to kill myself?
Right, because that's your. Yeah, right. It just dawned on me. Yeah, yeah, it just dawned on me. But it's not technically yourself, technically, because it is just a former shell of yourself.
Hey, Howl, buddy, what's going on?
As you know, I'm dead.
I've heard.
Yeah, ta-da. I like throw my hands out so everybody can see how dead I am. My death is following me. It's with me all of the time, and those things want it, and I cannot let that happen.
Does it talk to you?
Yeah, we talk all the time.
All right, then can't it tell you what they want?
That is a great question, and I look to my shadow and ask if it knows what's happening. Like, hey, buddy.
They are
What,
they're like vacuous holes. They consume all spirits near it. I am just somewhere between a spirit and something else.
Okay, got it. And I look to the rest of the group. They suck in spirits. It's real bad.
Oh, good. That shouldn't be a problem at all.
Wait, that sounds like the technology from... No. It can't be the same thing. No.
Can I get a sneak desolate from whoever wants to lead, like, hiding? I'm not sure if any of you know how to sneak, which is fun for me.
Wait, yeah, I don't know how to sneak, but I was successful at it at some point.
Does anybody have sneak desolate? Howl, didn't you say you have desolate?
I have desolate. I don't have sneak though. I'm also freaking the fuck out right
He is
now.
freaking out
Yeah.
pretty hard.
Does
Yeah,
anybody else have sneaker desolate?
No, but isn't this also a scrapyard? Can't I use that to my
No,
advantage?
yeah, you could use Warren.
Okay, so sneak warden.
Yep, you could do that.
Sneak.
Risky.
Oh yeah. It's, with mastery.
Would you say hiding in the scrapyard is a thing you have mastery of?
I would say yes, because I've had to hide from the creatures, and that's how I know what's here and about all the amalgamations.
Absolutely. Then yeah, go ahead and add mastery to it.
All right, risky.
6 is gonna do some fucking I think as they are searching, you all are feeling like they start pulsing, like a screeching, like basically anti-resonance. It's inside all of your brains. And just like it feels like it's shaking your heads to like the point of like losing your mind. Can you roll? You have to take 2 mind stress as like you are starting to like forget who you are, and then roll me a fallout.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. 8 is perfectly fine because we just needed above a 6. So yeah, you were able to tough through it. And do you cover everybody up with like scrap metal? How do you hide in this scrapyard? And how do you hide everybody else as well?
I kind of like dive into the nearest alcove and just start grabbing small bits and pieces that look like remnants from hammer paw pieces, which would just kind of like eat up that anti-resonance to kind of keep us hidden.
For sure. And like you guys all like hide behind it. How you manage to like get yourself together like enough that like behind this scrap metal from Hammerpaw, like you are able to just pull yourself literally together. and then they stop, and they definitely look at each other for a moment, and then you just see them fly off to the tower in the distance, which is where you are going.
So Forge first just is like staring at them to see where they're going, and just keeps his finger to his lips so they know not to say a word, and then gives them the signal when they're gone. Keep those pieces on you. I know it's crap, but that crap is going to keep us alive.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. You guys can all take 1d8 pieces of like scrap metal. Their tags are desolate, cumbersome, and unwieldy.
Desolate, cumbersome, unwieldy.
Unwieldy. Like, it's basically, imagine you guys are having to carry around car doors. Like, whatever it is that you're carrying is something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
that's,
you guys
that's
can.
what I was imagining.
And, like, Forge is telling you have to carry it. I'm not telling you have to. I'm just saying, yeah, it'll block. Like, if they do that again, you can shield yourself. But that does mean carrying around a car door.
Yeah. Scrap, desolate, cumbersome, unwieldy, D8. Okay, there you go.
All right, and are we still running the fast way, or are we taking the sneaky way around?
Sorry, I had to keep sneezing.
I'm
fucking gunning.
Oh no, I was going to vote for the risk it biscuit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Ento is like, fuck this scrap, just chucks it off and is booking it.
I'm still carrying my scrap.
Ento, you have a lead on everybody, and like as you like round one of the corners, like this is what you see like in your face. It is like currently, it looks almost like, what if a robotic minotaur had a tick for a head, for a scalp? Like that red is pulsing on its head as it slowly like turns to you.
So that red pulsing looks really tasty.
Oh, so gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, all right. Yeah. So I think somebody falls. It's not going to be Ento because Ento's already here. But Seth tripped somebody.
I will say, because I'm the one still carrying scrap, I will trip over. Because it's the arm that's still kind of weak. I lose the strength in it for just a moment that I trip over the door.
All right. Can you roll me Endure Desolate?
And what's the
standard, yeah.
Right.
All right, go ahead and take 2 more blood stress. Your stitch turns back to bleeding.
Okay.
And roll me that fallout. Just under 8. That's all we need. You got 4 full numbers. That'll work.
Right.
Look at that. Tie goes to you. So, like, you just barely, like, catch yourself to not make it worse than it started, but your stitches have busted. And you are, like, a step behind everybody else. as Ento rounds this corner. And Ento, do you just go for like an attack? What do you do? Have you stopped running?
No. Actually, my chimeric strain has activated. And we're gonna activate the horned strain, which increases the echo stress inflicted by 1 step and increases my melee damage by 1 step.
All right, absolutely.
So Ento's horns, like normally, like in the character picture, they're kind of small. Over the course of time and this world, they've grown bigger. But now they're growing even larger and kind of curving down his back and like forming like spiked armor along his back almost.
Yeah, that sounds metal as hell.
And yeah, he is barreling forward as fast as he can towards this thing with his cleaver out.
Yeah, this is definitely kill. Yeah, it's kill desolate. That's one of the only ones that you don't have, though. And yeah, absolutely with mastery for sure.
Okay, and
it is risky because this thing is pretty strong.
Gotcha. All right, here we go.
Yeah, fucking 9's good. Oh wait, no, 9 is with stress though, right? Yeah. All right, so you crash into it, and the way that I'm picturing these guys, for the record, is like, what if Redcaps, with the Redcap jellyfish that we saw before, kind of started doing like a Krang from Ninja Turtles situation, and that's what this is. Like it's an old mech being piloted by like parts of a Redcap that have like integrated themselves into the machine. But oh yeah, that's right, you have a fucking brutal, tiring shit. No, wait. What's it look like when you rip this thing out of it? Like this kills it. Like you rip this thing out of its shell. Like you're gonna get hurt from it. But like, what are you doing?
So like, what's the size relation to Ento of this thing?
I think it's probably close to what you see in the tokens right there. Like this is one of the like the mechs that we saw during the Robot Olympics situation. Not like one of the like little mechs. So it's probably about like 20-30 feet tall.
Okay, so Ento begins climbing this thing, and his horns are scraping on every surface of this thing as he's climbing up it, like around its legs, kind of spiraling up. And as he gets to where the actual creature is, he's holding on with one hand and just mashing his cleaver into it to rip it out, and takes a giant bite out of it.
Savage. With that, like in like the quick just like destroying of it, I think it's not even like you aren't gonna take echo stress. I think Howl, Forge, and Pim, like seeing Ento like do this, like, and we're gonna like you each take 2 echo stress, and then give me your follow roll, and I'll tell you like, and you guys tell me how you
Okay.
does it affect you, you know? Oh, somebody doesn't like it. Oh, all three of you don't like it.
For me, it's more like it flashes me back to Hammerpaw.
Yeah, so, Pim, Howl, and Forge, each of you suffer fallout watching this. And the fallout is traumatized. Like, in this moment, watching, Howl, like, rip this thing, and, like, for a second, only because he got the jump on it. And only because, like, it didn't have the chance to do it. It looks like Ento is ripping apart something of, like, pristine innocence. This thing was shocked. Like, granted, it's a gross creature, but, like, it was completely helpless in this moment.
Yeah.
What kind of fallout is it?
It is, Echo Fallout,
Echo.
traumatized.
Minor?
Minor, yes.
Oh.
And then we clear out the echo.
Yeah, then you clear out Echo Stress.
Okay.
I have called it trauma bomb.
That'll do it. But Ento, like, you fucking just, like, tear this thing down. And, like, when you look back, everybody is definitely looking at you different.
What tags did this thing have? Or what domains, I mean?
This was Desolate, and he was Desolate Technology.
All right.
You literally have all of them now, don't you? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
You have eaten enough gods and godly creatures that you have acquired all the domains. Oh shit, you're a cultist with all the domains. That actually means something in the book. You guys see Ento, like, his skin, under his skin is just, like, bubbling and, like, rippling with, like, massive energy. Like, your antlers are, like, huge and still majestic. They have not changed back. You are getting quite large. Like, I'm talking, like you're getting Gus big. You're, like, getting gussied up, if you will.
Gussie.
Nice.
Nice.
Like, you feel unstoppable. Like, you are, like, this is Gussing for, like, here we go. Look at him. Look at this guy.
Oh my god.
That's my daddy.
Fucking love Gus.
When you become your father.
Chin and all.
Chin and all.
You
Chiseled
gotta.
jawline.
The jawline.
I love Gus. But with that, like, you feel the other two. In Heart, in the normal game Heart, what the shells are a template called an angel. Like, they are incredibly powerful creatures with, like, they can touch all the domains. That is a zenith move for carvers. For what the class that Ento is to become an angel.
Oh, lovely.
Like, technically, based on the rules of Heart, Ento is on the same level as the shells right now.
Perfect.
Alright. I have a question. Since I'm bleeding again, can I use my bloodletting kit to collect my own blood?
Yeah, if you wanted to, sure.
Oh yeah, I do. I don't want any of it to go to waste.
There's definitely, like, a moment where it's just like Howl's death is just kind of like, huh?
I'm looking at him too, like, what the fuck?
It's like, what a weird guy.
That was awesome. freaked me out, but that was so cool.
It's just like, I think your death looks at you. It's just like he doesn't have a death anymore.
That's a thing that can happen.
It shouldn't. And like your death is scared, like literally scared of Ento right now.
That absolutely makes me not feel so great about Ento right now too. I think that's why, like, the traumatized thing, like, I'm so freaked out. Because I understand that he is on a completely different level now.
I think
Pim is
Justin's
definitely-
hackles are also up, Pim.
Oh yeah, he's definitely like something weird's going on. Pim is simultaneously like upset because that's her brother, but it doesn't feel like him anymore, and that's where the trauma comes in. But then the like logic kicks back in, and she just realizes this could be really good for us against the shells. And then she smirks.
So, oh, sorry. What do I roll to see how much vials I get?
I think you can get like a D4 of your own blood.
A D4 of my own blood. Okay. Forge blood. Okay, D4, and is that Haven?
Yeah, Haven.
Oh, why did I do that? Okay. Okay, I'm going to immediately use my my gorge ability and drink my own blood to take off the 2 blood stress,
Sure.
and that is gone.
Right. So yeah, you fucking like you got past that fast enough to like in just one fucking turn. Yeah, you guys can catch them at the engine then. You guys, are you sneaking up or running? Just fucking, are you full speeding this one? Or are you guys like?
I'd say Pim's just gunning it for it, and as she's running,
I
she starts the transformation.
I yell out to Ento for more of that falafel so he can smash it into his wound.
I don't know if you want to talk to him right now.
Look, I don't care. I need something. I'm bleeding again.
Ento just takes out the rest of the falafel and chucks it at him.
I grab it and take some of it and put it into my wound to quote unquote stitch myself back together.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Like
I don't think you understand how much falafel I just threw at you.
I think he just threw a giant backpack of falafel at you, like a
That's
camper
fine.
backpack.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll take it. I'll drop the scrap and take the bag of falafel. I mean, Junk Mage is all about the materials, so hey, I'm good with that. So what am I getting?
You are getting D12. Wait, yeah, it's 4D8 falafel. Like it is still not like the best to carry, but let it ride.
Okay, so it's falafel. Is it still desolate, cumbersome, and unwieldy?
It's just desolate.
Oh, it's just desolate. Okay, desolate, and I'm going to pack.
It's in
the-
backpack form, so.
Yeah, I'll put falafel backpack. And I do shove some of it into my wound since it seemed to work. So, and then bandage it back up with the old bloody bandage.
Yeah. So like I think Forge, you're gonna be like late to the party on it because I think these 3 ran forward.
That's fine with me. Yeah, that they're ahead of me.
So you guys like, you can feel it powering up. Pim, as like Justin coats your body, like you feel like as you're transforming. Absolutely, you got it. You're transforming and like going into your fucking like Wendigo-esque form. Howl, like your death is torn between like do the mission and fucking like the best case scenario to destroy these scary creatures is Ento right now, and also, man, you could really just murder this fucking cat.
I'll look at my death and say, we gotta try to kill these things, but if things start going bad, I'll turn my attention on Forge. We have a deal, I know.
In your head, you hear the sound of a revolver cocking back.
Yeah, I get it.
You guys run up on this thing, and it is just this absolutely Goliath-size engine. Pim, did you ever go to the cyberpunk world? Did we ever get you there? The one with Lack. We had a bunch of mechs in that game too.
Wasn't that the one where I had to go in and fight the sun bear?
Yeah, you fought the sun bear. Absolutely, that world.
Yeah, that's how I made the airship mech.
See, that's what I thought. I was just like, I was just wondering because I know Laura's been there because Laura got her cell phone there, and I wasn't sure which one of you two.
Was me. Yeah, that shit stole my stuff.
Sure did. This definitely looks like something from there. And like this, if you give me a technology, I'm gonna say discern technology roll.
So I would like to first use my Heartwise ability to give myself a bonus in discern.
Oh, absolutely.
Alright, so I'm gonna click on that. And so discern and tech. Discern, tech, mastery for sure.
And with a 10, absolutely. This is the and you might have seen it like in passing. This is the heart of the city. Like this powered like Lax Tower. Like this powered the neighboring area around Lax Tower. Like this thing was what made a skyscraper transform.
I was dangling off of it, so I definitely have seen it. That was when Billiam saved my life.
William's a cool guy.
Thanks, Billiam. Yeah, so I'm gonna call out to everybody and just let them know it's like, I know this tech. I've seen it. I've been near it.
The shells both turn around. And it's just like, but you guys are hauling ass. But Ento is like already in there, fucking, and so yeah, you guys. I was not expecting you guys to just rush them, because these are very strong. But yeah, tell me how you start this fucking fight. How does it pop off? Forge will be in just a second. Forge is just a minute behind.
Which one of them is closest when we get there?
Do you have a preference? Because they could both be at the same distance.
I want the big guy. I want the Tarkus shell.
I would like to pose an option. Like, since Pim and Ento are both basically transformed into, like, as beastie as they can get, like, I'll go after one, you go after the other, and we'll just fucking pounce them at the same time. Try to get them distracted.
Yeah, I feel like once you entered your beast mode, you definitely caught up to Ento.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get some attacks. This is definitely kill. They are actually a cult.
Okay.
So kill occult. I will give you guys. Well, obviously, Ento has mastery from eating all that falafel, which is just a sentence that nobody ever should say.
I have kill and occult.
This is risky. I know this is dangerous. This isn't even risky. This is the next one. But you do have mastery, so give me these rolls. This is fucking dangerous, though. Okay. But I see 2 1s there. And if you wanted to use your lucky, you could reroll one of those 1s. Just roll me another d10.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. That turns it into a success. You're gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
And so are you, Pim. You're gonna get hurt. But what does it look like? Like what's the team attack, or like as you pounce on each one of them?
I would say Pim probably being smaller still than Ento currently in his form. Like maybe she like runs up his back and like launches herself off of him to get kind of a drop attack on Mai.
Absolutely. So go ahead and take it's actually gonna really work out. I was gonna say take 5 blood stress, but you have fucking 4 protection.
I bleed when I want to, Alan.
Alright, so just take 1 blood stress and then roll a fallout test. Like, you're only gonna have 2 stress, so like yeah, you're perfectly fine. You pass it and then some. You see Mai's hand like go into like the like dagger fist, like you know what I'm talking about when you put all your fingers together and you like stab through somebody's chest.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see like broken tattoo needles sticking out of there as she like lunges for it, but her fucking like hands crack on that like you put an armor on. Like yeah, you put Willoughby's armor on, right?
Yeah.
Like it just cracks on Willoughby's armor, and it's just like you see the fracturing of the blood honey, but like it just seeps back into itself and begins repairing itself immediately. As you just like what's your attack on Mai? Like how are you just wailing on her?
I would say if I see that happen, like I mean Pim's reflexes in this state have to be so crazy. So if she sees that and she sees it trying to repair itself, she's just going.
Oh no, you're repairing yourself.
Oh, I'm repairing.
Yeah, your armor is doing it.
Yeah, the armor's repairing herself. So yeah, I would say it's like if I see like all those needles sticking out of her hand and everything like that, obviously that's going to be a pretty dangerous spot. So I am just going to rip her arm off.
Absolutely, you for sure get it off. And then
I'm gonna hold on to it and use it as a weapon.
For sure. And Ento, what's it look like? Because like for this fight, Tarkus is only a little bit bigger than you. Like, well, actually no. If you're the size of Gus, you're bigger than Tarkus. It's just like yeah. So like, what is an Ento that's bigger than Tarkus's fucking body going after him look like?
So Ento is definitely trying to literally rip him in half. Like he's going in and he's trying to get one hand on his chest and the other on like a leg so that he can lift him up and just rip him in half. That's what he's aiming for.
Alright. He is also going to, like, same as for Pim, but you're not wearing the armor. He's going to do 5 blood damage to you. Can you do a fallout test after adding the 5 blood before we narrate how this goes? You needed under a 7. So yeah, you talk like as you are ripping him in half, like his porcelain is cracking, and like something viscous is leaking out of it. It still feels very hot. Like something pouring out of him is like incredibly hot, and like you see one of his arms just like spin at an unnatural, like even like you couldn't do that. You would have to break your own arm to do that. And like pressed up against your side, you feel his harpoon that's on his right arm shoots through your side with its like rusted, jagged ends, and like forces you to drop him. He is like very wobbly, and you can see holes in his armor now, or like cracks in his armor. And like you have taken away his gun, but you have taking the fallout impaled. This is a major fallout.
Impaled. Major.
You can't move until you deal with this spear sticking you to the ground. Howl, like you are seeing these two things happen, and you understand the stakes. You and your death understand the stakes. Like you understand how strong Mai is. You understand how strong like Tarkus is. You understand this, and how strong Ento is. But you are in a scary spot, and even for a dead guy, this is scary.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna not rush in, because I'm nowhere near as big or scary as these two are right now. But it looks like Ento is struggling more, which is blowing my and my death's fucking minds right now. So I'm gonna use Invidious Spectre, Ghoulish Grasp, so my weapon has the debilitating tag now.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
And I'm gonna shoot and hopefully hit the Tarkus shell in the head.
Yeah, we're gonna like, because the way when Pim ripped off Mai's arm, and when Ento broke Tarkus's shell, they've gone down from dangerous to risky now. Like you have like leveled the playing field. So yeah, Howl, what does your gun look like when you like fill it with this energy? Like,
so I like partially fuse myself with my death. So the now normally just gray Howl, he looks like kind of shadowy like his shadow does. So he's kind of like, he kind of looks like a ghost right now, like Spectre-y.
Okay, I love it. Get a cool death shroud going.
Yeah.
Super anime.
Super anime. Let's go.
Give me a hunt, and I would say occult, but I think you can use desolate for this one because of where you are standing.
Hunt desolate.
Definitely mastery, and yeah, give me that roll.
That's +1 for mastery, right?
Yeah, add a 1 for this one for sure. Alright, success with a... You shot the Tarkus shell, right?
Yeah.
As you hit it with that ghostly bullet, like you see the armor plate break away even more and take I was gonna say take 2 echo, but I guess you only take 1 because you have echo armor, as you can see clawing and screaming like through that open armor, and nobody else seems to be reacting to it, but you see Tarkus. Like you see the ghost of Tarkus trapped in here screaming for help, like just screaming, like clawing his way out, and then he just gets pulled back into the core as like the Tarkus shell hits the wall, as like the ceramic plating has begun like falling off of him like ash, and he turns and he looks at you furious.
I yell to everybody that their spirits are in those shells. They're still in there, kind of, maybe.
Alright, Forge, you catch up right now What's it look like?
I'm basically on all fours, like just like an all four tiger, just like clawing my, just, and I leap in, and I'm just there at when I hear they're in their core, and it's just it takes a moment to capture himself, and it's like, wait, they're not gone? And he just yells to Howl, what, do we break the cores or do we save the cores?
They're dead. It's just their spirits. Break the cores because they're trapped in there.
So he just nods, closes his eyes, and then just focuses on his old-fashioned pistols, and he aims at Tarkus's core, and just with a tear, he just like, I'm sorry, and then shoots.
Alright, I would say that's a hunt desolate. Yeah, same as hunt desolate risky.
Hunt desolate, risky. Okay. Right, and... Oh!
Ooh, for 2 is real rough. I think like the Tarkus just stands up and you see like it's definitely that scene where the bullet goes at him, but like he goes to the side so fast you didn't even see where he was, and now he's got his hand around your throat and just like lifts you off the ground, which has got to be a crazy feeling for Forge because Forge big.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And he just starts squeezing. What do you have to be sorry for, cat? And then choke slams Forge into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, without you, I wouldn't be here. And then follows it up with a headbutt.
Oh, classic Tarkus. Yeah.
Howl, you better kill him before he does.
So Forge, you are taking 4 more blood stress.
Okay, so I'm now at 4 blood stress, and
Even that Fallout test. Again, it's just under 8. As long as you don't get like a 1, you don't get like... Well, no, you get a major Fallout for being 400. Don't roll a 4!
Oh, why? It isn't a 4.
Alright.
It isn't a 4.
He has not let go of your neck yet.
Yeah.
And like he stomps on your arm underneath where you're bleeding, and just wrenches you up again to meet his face. You are severed.
Oh.
That is a major blood fallout. You have lost that arm.
Okay, so that's critical? Or
That
major?
is, critical. Yeah, critical.
That's critical. Okay, so no longer bleeding. Well, I'm bleeding and I'm severed. Okay.
You're bleeding, severed, and traumatized.
Okay. Can I get my other hand onto my arm?
Oh yeah, in a second. That was you.
Yeah.
Ento, you are pinned to the ground. Howl and Pim, you guys are doing fine.
Hey.
Saw some scary stuff, but you got over it pretty easily. So Forge is bleeding. Tarkus still has Forge wrapped around his neck, hand wrapped around his neck. He just ripped Forge's arm off, which is, par for the course for a game of me.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm going to assume that Ento can probably handle himself and get unpinned from that thing. So she's gonna know that trying to save him right now would probably kill everybody. So she's just gonna keep hammering away at Mai. Like if Mai is trapped in this weird version of herself, then Pim's gonna try to break it out. So she's gonna reach in with her claws and try to break the chest open on Mai.
Yeah, it's a scary thing, but yeah, hit me with that. This is definitely not a kill because you're not trying to kill. This is probably a hunt. No, I would say it's a discern. Discern's probably pretty good, and discern occult. Yeah, that works perfect.
Discern occult. Okay.
No mastery for this one though.
No.
Risky, not dangerous. What's that?
Even though I've got both, not mastery.
Not mastery. I think this is you trying to do this on the fly. Mastery is for things that you do like all the time.
Okay. So risky.
Yep, risky. Oof. Oh, that's a 3. What does my do? I think like as you like I go in with the go for the heart, you're not looking at the side her arm just came off of because like why would you expect an attack to come from over there? And her hair, like the braid like comes up and just wraps around your throat like a fucking garrote. And just like snatches you off your feet. And like she's like comes up behind you, and Howl, you see Pim being like held in. The only way, nobody knows it, but there's a character in Street Fighter 6 named Aki where she slithers up people's bodies and like breaks all their bones, and that's what she's kind of doing. Like her hair is like circling you like a boa constrictor situation, but like she has you in what looks like an MMA lock situation. Like your arm above your head and like one of her legs is between your legs, like contorting your body in a very painful way. And like you see her like look at your necklace, like the glowing lobster claw, and she's just for a second she like reaches at it and like rips it off of you. It does 2 blood as like she rips your chest open, and it does 2 blood and 2 supply stress. She has stolen from you, and she has clawed you.
Okay, and did I have anything against that blood stress?
Oh yeah, your armor works fine. So like,
So
she,
how much?
no blood then. Because you have 4 armor.
Okay. All right, so I took the supply stress and fallout test. Bloop.
And we're still fine.
Yeah.
Howl, you are seeing Mai is pinning Pim, which is fun to say. Tarkus has Forge in there. Oh, Ento, yeah, go ahead. What are you gonna do, Ento?
So I gotta get unimpaled, or at least not unimpaled, but unstuck to the ground.
And that's up to you how you want to do it. Like, if you just want to take more blood stress and charge yourself out of it, I would absolutely let you do that. Or, like, if you wanted to take a second and pull it out, that's a different story.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the I'm just gonna take that there blood stress. Am I still chimeric strained from my last time?
Yeah, you sure are. You didn't stop running.
Okay.
This is gonna be 6 blood stress. So like
right.
the fallout test is gonna be 8 just immediately.
We're gonna go for it, because why not?
Woof! That's real bad. So Forge, don't worry, you're no longer being held by Tarkus. As like Ento, you charge, like this thing gets ripped out of your body. You're bleeding, add bleeding to your thing just from that. Tarkus like lets Forge out of the choke slam, And Ento, as you go for like the right at the neck cleaver slash, Tarkus ducks under the blade and wraps both hands around your waist from behind and just German suplexes you into the ground.
Beautiful.
And it's just like, and it hurt. Don't get me wrong. You feel your one of your antlers break, and then like he stands up. He hasn't let go. He just jumps again. He jumps into the air like fucking Zangief and just brings you down on your neck. And it's just like, Pim, Howl, what you are seeing is Ento and Forge in critical condition, because that was a 1 on that, guys. That was anything above a 6 when you're given like blood stress as like this kind of thing against a dangerous opponent is critical.
Yep.
Like they are in a bad way. I don't want to say your neck is broken right now, but like it might be. Like that's how rough it is. And you just see how, like, you were seeing the situation. Forge bleeding out. Pim being constrained. Ento, head pretty much buried in this scrap heap as Tarkus is walking away as he is rummaging through the scrap metal. What are you gonna do?
So I'm gonna talk to my death and ask him if now is the time.
It's like, if you do it now, we could take his. We could overpower them. We could do it now.
Are you sure we can overpower them?
Enough to get away.
Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna run to the side and try to angle myself. I'm gonna shoot at the Tarkus shell, but I want to shoot through Forge.
Alright. Yeah. Roll me a...
Is there any way for me to, like...
I think it's gonna... Like, you have the chance to hinder. Like, you can roll something to take away one of his 6-siders.
Because there was something I wanted to kind of do.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you're gonna hinder, we're gonna take away one of Howl's dice.
Well, I was going to ask, can this happen at the same time? And I'll be okay with it. If I end up dying, if this works. But I wanted to use a King Demands and demand Tarkus's core.
I don't think the King Demands is gonna work against one of the angels. I think I would love if you try though.
Like that will be my hindrance, basically, doing the.
Oh yeah, sure. So as you he turns around, something in his hands. He's like, "Who are you to make demands? Demands of me. Demands of us." And he holds over his head was just a steel chair that he is brandishing as a weapon. He's like, "You, who is partly responsible for this, for me, for her, for that," as like you look over Forge and you see like Mai leaning closer, her mouth, her mechanical like jaw unhinging, fitting like all of Pim's throat in her neck and in her mouth all at once. She has not bit down yet, but like Pim, you feel the whirring of like the gears.
Right.
It's like, who are you to make demands? Roll me a compel occult, Forge, to see.
Compel occult. Okay.
Yeah.
At what? At compel.
I'm gonna say risky.
Occult. Do I get mastery because of the 9?
Yeah, I'll give you mastery for it.
Okay, no pluses, but risky.
But risky, yeah.
Okay, alright. I said, that is mine.
Alright, yeah, so he's, like, you see him start to take a step forward, and he's just like, please take 6 blood stress, Forge, as you feel Howl's bullet piercing you.
Okay.
This is standard for you, Howl. This is Hunt, Desolate, Standard. Because it's not risky. This shell never saw it coming.
No mastery or anything, just standard?
Oh, mastery, yeah, absolutely.
Squeeze
You know how to
everything
shoot somebody when they're not looking. 9 will do it. I know it says 6 on you guys' screen, but it was 2, 9, 5, 6 is what he rolled. You're gonna take an absolute walloping of fucking echo. Like echo pain. But like your bullet goes through Tarkus, through the shell, through the core, and you hear just the screaming of thousands of spirits that have been consumed by this thing in the past 10 years. And some of them look familiar to you. Like, you recognize Tarkus's face. Even, like, maybe if you don't recognize his face, because he looks like what he looked like when he was an Oni, or when he was alive, but you recognize his vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there were definitely some of the 13 were in this. Like, definitely some of the spirits from the forest. Like, King Charlie's in my. Sorry, spoiler alert, where King Charlie is. He's right there. But, you see the core, like, hit the ground, and then, like, your death darts out and wraps his, like, shadow around it, and you feel, like, you feel it, like, you feel so cold. And it's just like, you just opened a gateway to the world of the dead. You could just go. Like, if you wanted to go, you could just go. Or you could hold on to this. And, like, you know that you will become something more.
I'm gonna hang on to it. How much echo stress did I take, too?
You take 6 echo stress. Yeah, now we're gonna roll a echo fallout, because that'll be fun.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a blast.
It's just an 8. Yep, so you failed it. You have become mad with power. Like, you, in this opportunity to let all of these ghosts go, your death plugs the hole. And you feel yourself start to siphon in those spirits that just went out. It's like you have a full opportunity to become, like, the next, what they call a shell, which is a stupid thing. How silly. You are a vessel, not a shell.
Well, if I'm mad with power, I'm obviously gonna do it.
So you see at your feet, Ento bleeding out, crippled. Well, not bleeding out, but he is bleeding and he is crippled, like his neck bent at an ungodly angle. You see Pim being held tight. What do you do? Are you help? Like, Pim still you still got an activity to do here, Pim, but you look down at the shell of Tarkus and, like, and this might just be like an image from me thinking that it looks cool, but I like the idea of like pulling off Tarkus's like scalp and putting that helmet on like Shao Kahn style.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. Are you kidding me? I ripped the whole head off.
Nah,
and then
sick.
I pull the pieces away that I don't need, and I put the helmet on.
Alright. Ento and Pim, what are you guys gonna do? Like Pim, like obviously you're fighting back, but she's got you tight. But you can still like make moves. But this is what you're seeing. Like the Tarkus shell is collapsed. Ento's like he might be dead, but he's just crippled.
Now, did I die in the process of all this, or?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Like you're on your knees right now. Like the bullet went clean through. Like you
Okay.
are going to die.
Okay.
Well,
But in this moment, you are feeling your ghost. You are feeling yourself go into that vessel that Howl is holding. And let me tell you, that thing is howling.
I see what you did there.
Hmm.
well, shit. So I guess I'm gonna, make one last ditch effort to try to like wiggle myself free and go after and I would say in this form, since, Justin imprinted on me and B, and that is why he is the way he is, I would definitely get some tentacleage. So, she's gonna like shoot tentacles out from her back and basically reverse this on and wrap all of the tentacles around and try to crush
Yeah, this
no
is
longer caring about what's left inside of her.
nice. This is a kill occult for sure.
Is Ento still alive in any way?
He's still blinking.
Okay.
Kill occult mastery.
Yeah.
Is it still risky?
Yeah, it's still risky. Yeah, we'll call it risky. It should be dangerous, but like you took her arm off, so.
And should I add anything to it or just good to go?
Add one to it
Okay.
for like rage situation. Sorry, what were you trying to say, Forge?
Oh no, I was going to say I was going to try and crawl over to Ento and tell him that it's now. It's time for the price. Eat me. Feed from my flesh.
Gross, but effective.
So yeah, give me that kill blood real quick, and then we can move on to the next step.
Jesus
Uh,
fucking
yeah.
Christ.
Okay. Yeah, that's a rough one. That's a bad one, guys. The 5 is. So she begins to like. She turns your head to Ento as you see Forge like asking for this to like give Ento that little bit left. Howl, how do you strip the hope away in this moment? Pim is about to take 6 mind stress from this. What do you do to give that level of stress?
Shit. So I'm holding open essentially a portal to the underworld? Is that what's happening?
You are holding open like a it sucks in ghosts and spirits nearby, and you can then use them to power yourself.
Okay.
So when something dies, you get its power.
Oh man. Do I just kill everyone right now?
Just like, I mean, you could definitely killing Ento right now when it looks like he's about to get help from Forge is a fucking power move that would probably scar Pim.
How big is Howl right now?
Oh, you're fucking huge. You're as big as you want to be. Because what isn't you is your death filling out this chamber.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go with the power move. So I'm massive, which also means that my death's hand is massive. So I'm gonna look straight at Pim and Mai, and I'm gonna aim behind myself and just fire a massive round into Ento and Forge. And I'm gonna suck the spirits in.
You are so fired.
Listen, I got fired 10 years ago when I died, okay?
Dude, just ate your brother.
Can I just say something for dramatic effect?
Absolutely.
As the round hits, Forge's locket shatters open as both his and Blue's bracelets go up and just burst into dust.
Absolutely. All right, Pim. Give me a Fallout test. You have 10 stress right now. All right. I'm going to give you a one of two Fallouts. Like, you see in this moment that you are overpowered. You cannot beat them right now. You know that. You could take the Fallout Subservient and become their servant. Or you could take the Fallout Defiant, but they will end you here and now.
Kill me. I am a queen. I do not serve.
You feel teeth just grip into your throat and just tear it completely out. It's just like
cannibalism.
it's like and just like spits it out. It has no no interest in eating it, and then just like stomps on like the little bit of Justin trying to walk away. And then Mai looks over at Howl as the screen fades. And you all appear in Nyx's tent. Their eyes pouring their glowing tears. And just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have returned. The memories, well, vivid, not like a razor's edge. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You remember it like watching a movie, not like living through it.
Literally just goes quickly and stares at Howl.
I think Howl hugs him, and he's just like, I was a fucking monster. Please don't let me ever become like that.
It just don't ever let me become that as well. Don't. I can't. I almost destroyed this world.
You were not alone at fault. In fault. Nyx says. But keep in mind that these are the forces you all, each one of you have a finger pointed at you from a different hand. Remember, two of these hands are floating?
Yeah.
It's like, need to learn to be more careful. Or, if not more careful, take ownership of what you do. And then be like Bonnie.
Chaos.
Knowing what you want.
Oh, that's a different lesson. I want to fix it. That's what I want.
You are all well on your way to fixing it. Reputations with the world, well strained, have been greatly improved. And I believe you are on your way to having a very prosperous city. Just realize the level that we act in, that you act in, not me. I'm not part of this. I'm good.
So Forge smiles and very tear-eyed and kind of musses up with his right paw, musses up Howl's, the top of Howl's head, and goes, "You, me, and Blue need to talk, and then Pim, I'll see you at your place, and Ento, I think I might need to talk to you as well."
Ento's just got like 1,000-yard stare going on, and he just like mindlessly reaches into his pocket and pulls out 4 lollipops and holds out 3 of them to everybody else and pops one in his mouth.
Yeah.
He
Those
doesn't even
lollipops
say-
work like relief for the record, everybody. Oh, go ahead.
I'll for sure.
He doesn't
take
even
one.
say anything. He's just like,
Yeah, Pim's gonna put the lollipop in her mouth, and she definitely has a little bit of a thought process going on inside of her head, and possibly a new obsession.
Forge, just without warning, pulls them all into a big group hug where he lifts them off the ground. Let us not ever go through something like that again, please.
Pim just uses the opportunity to finally nuzzle her face into Forge and just be like, "Yes, sir."
And yeah, that was part 2 of our little trip to hell for you guys. Like, I hope everybody had a good time. I was not expecting Howl to kill everyone, and yet here we are.
I actually was expecting this.
I wasn't expecting it, but then you put the power move in front of me, and I kind of had to.
It seemed like it was just too like good, like because
Yeah.
it was
everybody
too
was
juicy.
right. It was
Yeah.
just like, oh no, we gotta just. I thought like the no looking shooting somebody in the head, definitely a great. But like in my head, you were so big you just kind of squished his head with your foot.
I
was
thought
like,
about it, but I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know.
Guns are always better for that kind of thing. Just like bye, especially because who Howl is. And like like open ended for like whether or not Howl teamed up with Mai there, or like if he like defeated her and took her power.
The end. ...
Right? Gotta love the end. ...
We'll find out in October next year.
October next year.
Not next time.
Hey.
Alternate universe Wanderpus.
Welcome to Grimdark. Yeah. I guess I could do a real quick recap for this one. It's kind of a standalone episode if you watch the 2 back to back, but it's still cool to like learn what's going on. So this time, you did the part that I thought we were going to do in the first game, where we went to the scrapyard and we searched through the scrapyard. We met up with some cool fucking squirrels again, some post-apocalyptic squirrels. You guys ramped the waterfall, and apparently Pim's an amazing driver of even just regular boats. Didn't do fuck all with all the crabs that I put in there. Nope, I filled that waterfall with crabs. You guys just skipped it, and I'm like, cool. Yeah, you guys just fucking made friends, and alright, so yeah, we'll talk about that. And then like Ento got super powerful but rolled bad, so he got his ass kicked. Then Pim got super powerful but rolled bad, got her ass kicked. Howl got super powerful, rolled okay, and killed everybody. Okay, sorry, real quick, because I've got to do this about that card that was just played. If you want that game, that fortune teller game, like, if you want that fortune teller game, then it is gonna take away a game next month, and that, just so you know, like, we're gonna, like, that'll drop one of the ones from next month, and that's gonna be one of your signups. Just so you know, I just want to lay it on the table so nobody feels like because we're ending halfway through the month next month. We're pretty sure. Just giving everybody the heads up about that. Not the birthday game. The birthday game is different. No, I don't. No, I don't think we can keep it for next year. Yeah, we'll sort it out. Yeah. All right, but thank you guys for coming and playing. This was really awesome. I'm glad we got to finish it. I'm glad it ended the way that it did, because it's just kind of cool.
I love how it ended. Thank you so much.
It was great.
That was glorious.
Dude, it was a
great.
kaiju battle. It was
It
phenomenal.
was, yeah.
We're good at those. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Thanks for
think
telling me, Howl.
Yeah,
And hey, I
I'm here
found the
for you,
treasure. I found
You
the
did.
treasure.
You did find that. With that, we're gonna bounce. We got some work to do over the week, and then we're gonna see you guys on Friday. And then that is for the game that Kira is DMing. And then all weekend we are doing the NPC pawn stuff. So get ready for that. And with that, goodbye.
Bye forever.
Bye forever, everyone.
Bye forever.
Bye.
Bye.